I'm from Naas in Kildare, and I was about 5 or 6, and I was in the neighbouring house, the Baineses, which is really Behan, posh way of saying Baines, as we said. When I came to Dublin, I said, oh, it's Behan. So what I remember was, oh yeah, Tommy here, there's a coming. No, what is I looked up, and there was a circle of people looking down at me, and I was in the middle of a circle. And I said to myself, what's this? What's going on here? They're laughing at me. So it finished up. The shot, it was like a shot from a film where the camera's on the ground and you're looking up and all the circle of heads looking down at you. So they were laughing, and I probably my first conscious thought on the way home that they were laughing at me. And I remember remembering it. It was one of the first conscious thoughts I had. So I knew from then on, unconsciously, I suppose more than consciously, where I wanted to go, as it were, because I could entertain these people. And that was, dare I say it, my first performance. They were laughing and they had real fun. It was great. So the Baineses then grew up. I grew up with the Baineses, put it like that. Things like falling off trees, and John Bain went home to my mother and said he's dead. And I was concussed and I didn't know what happened to you. I don't know. So it was probably a bit of performance in everything, you know, because I didn't have a conscious awareness that I was maybe told your man I was dead or something like that. But anyway, drama seemed to erupt all around me in my youth. The next hit with it was a new Christian brother arrived, and he wasn't a savage. He started art classes, and he wrote about 3 or 4 sketches every year for the mass servers party, and he'd cast them. Yeah. My first role in the real theatre, as I call it, was a female nurse in the hospital ward. He used to do sketches, he just wrote sketches. Then, later on, there was more the following few years, and he didn't cast me. But my brother was cast. I said, Christ, this is a dreadful disgrace. You think you're an actor, and Kieran gets the role. So there was that. So then I did 1 or 2 more plays actually. And so now I've done the leading and amazingly passed it. And a friend of my father's got me a job in Irish Ropes in Newbridge as a lab assistant. A lab assistant. I had no more business being in the lab. But anyway, also starting up at the same time when I left school, it restarted up after years of history. But this time the drama group was known as the Naas Table Tennis and Dramatic Club. We'd be upstairs in the old school playing table tennis, and say, you're on downstairs, or so then after about 6 months, or maybe 1 year, I said to myself, I saw an ad in the Irish Times. The National Academy of Theatre and Allied Art, run by a man called Captain O'Miles O'Malley O'Donoghue. And he was a bit of a chancer. He'd make announcements every week he used to say regularly, and don't worry folks, we'll have the television studio in next week. We believed it. But anyway, so then that involved drama festivals, etc., etc. And didn't I get a certificate of merit from Tomás McKenna down in Galway? But I was already thinking this way because I had started going to this National Academy. But I wouldn't tell anyone from the local group. Say, who does he think he is trying to become a nightclub? What in the name of God? So when I was going home to Naas from Newbridge on the bus, 2 or 3 nights a week, I'd pass through the town hiding in the bus, so they wouldn't see me going, oh, what's a man going up to Dublin though? So they think I had notions. So anyway, eventually, but to be fair to them, Andy McMaster came in and spoke to us. Christopher Cass and Ray McInally, they were great staff. And it was decent. So then the chemist in the lab came in and said, Tommy, you're doing very well. My heart sank. You're doing very well. So on that basis, the physicist and I have decided we will now do night courses in Dublin.